One of the things you pointed out, you were charting it, you didn't see a blitz by either coach until 2 minutes left in the first half? And I mean, it's crazy. Did Dennis Allen blitz enough in that game? And does he need to blitz more going forward to get some pressure?
Well, I would say no. I mean, from the standpoint that only he can make that decision, and obviously whenever you're going to blitz, I think what happened in the first Green Bay game has been on his mind, and you don't want to give up the big play. You want to try. You like to think that they're going to screw something up, and they're not going to have the touchdown drives that the 49ers had. I mean, the thinking would be that okay, if they got to go 7, 8, 9, 10 plays, that somewhere along the line we're going to come up with a turnover. We're going to make a stop or two, maybe get a sack. Something good's going to happen and turn them back. And, I mean, they were just hitting on all cylinders. I mean, they were a heck of a lot better. And, the one thing that surprised me, and you can't, how can I say this? You can't practice unscripted plays with the quarterback. And by that, I mean, Purdy made more plays on his feet than I thought he was capable of. I don't know if you guys thought the same thing or not, but that did surprise me that they called some quarterback runs and he completed, a touchdown pass. He completed runs and passes while on the move also. So, those type of things happen in the game. But I'm sure you're sick. I mean, if you're Dennis Allen and your offense scores 38 points and you lose the damn game, I mean, you're sick about it. You truly are,
I'm so glad you brought up Jordan Love in Week 14 against the Blitz. 9 of 12 for 171 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. He ate them alive. So, Lawrence, it's natural that the reaction to that against a similar scheme and a skilled quarterback might be to sit back instead.
So Coach, with this defense, they have a couple of issues. And from someone who did this at a super high level as a defensive guy, where are some of the Bears' weaknesses on defense, and how would you try to remedy them?
Well, I think the biggest weakness is probably the Bears versus the run. And the way you remedy them, you bring the safety up and get them in the box, or you start doing some run blitzes. But I'll tell you, Christian McCaffrey, I mean, I think he's in the running for the MVP, guys. I mean, if he breaks here's the biggest thing. You say, okay, let's run blitz. We anticipate their runs. We know where we want to get extra defenders. And that all looks good on the chalkboard, but if one guy gets blocked or one guy gets chopped to the ground and you have a back like McCaffrey, he is as danger of going 60 yards on a running play as what throwing a big 60-yard pass play is, So that's the easy answer. Oh, just bring the safeties up and get 8 or 9 guys up there at the line of scrimmage. And then the other thing, let me throw this in there. The one way you get beat on a blitz, run or pass, is obviously if they read it and they make a play. Now, the other way I'm talking about is being a little bit out of your gap. Well, what causes defenses to get out of their gap faster than anything, fellas? That's movement and that's shifts. Because they line up and you say, okay, I know who's got the A gap, B gap right across. Now, all of a sudden, that tight end shifts from one side to the next. All of a sudden, you have to change your gap. Everybody needs to be disciplined and do it. All 11 guys' responsibility changes. Well, guess what? They move the tight end. Now they bring the receiver in motion back the other way. Now your safety's making a check the other way to change some responsibilities. So I know I'm talking a lot here, but it's a lot when you are in a blitz and you are facing a team like the 49ers that motion and blitz more number of times and effectively like the 49ers do. I mean, that's all compounds the problem. That's why they do it. They want to distract you a little bit and make you uncertain. and everybody was saying, why are they completing those passes on us down the field? Weren't we covering them? We were covering them, but guess what, guys? When you are moving from one side to the other and you're checking the coverage or changing it, you're just a tad bit slow. And the ball's coming out in about 2.5 seconds. And if you're a half of a second late, guess what? You're going to be guys going to be open, and that's what they were doing. So I mean, it's a combination of all those things, and that's why they are so darn effective.
Good, great stuff.
That makes sense.
Of course it did. We like when you talk a lot.
I wish I was there with a damn board. I could clear this up real fast for our listeners, but so that's what goes into it. Dennis Allen's thinking, got a dangerous guy with the ball, got a quarterback who's smart and receivers and tight, you can make plays. We cannot make a mistake and give them a play. Let's make them earn it. That's what it comes down to.
It's great stuff with Dave Wannstedt. All right, one more question in terms of the specifics of the defense. After Noah Sewell got hurt, Coach, they didn't play 3 linebackers again for any snap the rest of the game. And I thought that's interesting. Do they not have somebody else that they trust to be out there with TJ and Tremaine? Did he just want to use the sub packages all the time? Is that what did you think of that they never had 3 linebackers in the game after Noah Sewell got hurt?
Yeah, you know what? I can't answer that. I'm not sure the personnel. I can just tell you this, that from a practice standpoint, if you aren't practicing, you don't want to put somebody in there just to put him in there and then he's exposed. Mm-hmm. So they must have felt better with the extra DB, the nickel guy, being able to play the run. And you do have to be able to play the run and the pass as a nickel by. So they put him in there, and they just felt like this guy gave him the best chance to be successful. I don't have the real answer why, though, on that.
Okay.
All right, so watching the Bears' offense on Sunday, what stood out to you about the performance of Caleb Williams in the Bears' offense?
Well, we are, those 2 offenses, I mean, that was like a pinball machine going. I mean, and both offenses, I thought, ran the ball effectively. I thought both offenses did a lot of movement passes effectively. They took some shots down the field. I was impressed with both offenses. Ours primarily, to answer your question, again, I thought that Ben did a great job of keeping San Francisco off balance. And when your team's off balance, you're going to be late. I mean, they didn't want to blitz. They could not get any pressure, with their 4 guys up front. So they were content just to try to play coverage. They were scared to death of giving up the big play. I thought Ben did a great job. I loved the hook and lateral play at the end. That was a great call. I've had 10 people say, I'm tired of these tricks. Let me tell you something. And here's what I ask people. They were in a zone coverage. If they were in a man coverage down there, okay, locked on, bringing the safeties, trying to stop the run, thinking, Monongai or somebody inside, and you get DeAndre Swift on the perimeter, one-on-one with anybody, who you putting your money on? I'm putting it on Swift to make 5 yards. So I thought it was a great call, and the Niners would just happen to be in a zone there where they had 3 guys, and he damn near split the 3 guys.
Yeah, it's fun too. It was super fun, and yeah, you get your running back with the ball running full speed towards the goal line. At that point, you take that opportunity. Yeah.
Well, if he can make you miss, we see him every week. We see him. Guys can't tackle him in the open field. Yeah. That's what he does. Get in space, get the ball on the edge, get the ball in space, and see if they can tackle him for no gain. It doesn't happen very often, fellas.
We got an injury report, Coach. They had a walkthrough, so these are an estimation of their participation. The big news here is that Rome Odunze would be a DNP again today.
Oh, man.
So Rome is a DNP here on a Wednesday. Luther Burden was limited, so that's good on a Wednesday. That's probably Luther trending towards playing, but no Rome. And so we doubt that. And Lawrence asked earlier about Kyler Gordon. There's no Kyler Gordon on here earlier because Ben is the one who brought it up. To your point, Lawrence, Ben is the one who earlier said, well, it'd be great to get Kyler back for the postseason too, but that'd be hard to trust, wouldn't it? Like if next week all of a sudden, could you trust Rome? Could you trust Kyler if like the week of your playoff game, they're practicing for the first time?
Yes, you could. But I'll tell you what, Luther's going to be fine. I mean, I didn't see anything severe now. He's had a quad injury, probably got a bruise. They'll work that out. And I'll tell you what, I trust Luther as much as Rome, maybe more, and DJ, and now the way we've gone with our tight ends, there's no question who the favorite receiver is and who Ben Johnson, if he needs a catch, in my mind, every critical fourth down play or something, it's Colson. Loveland has turned into be the most secure receiver, I think, in Caleb's mind and Ben Johnson's mind as far as betting the money that he'll make the play. I didn't realize that was his first drop. Did you guys?
No, I didn't realize that either, but we're not surprised because someone on this show told us that he had the best hands on the team.
Yeah, you told us that, like 6 weeks ago? 8 weeks ago, Coach?
I did. I was, thank you, Lawrence. I was waiting for you to bring it up. But no, I believe that, don't you? I mean, and you see when the game's on the line, who's Ben making the calls to? I mean, he's trying to get the ball to Loveland. And but I feel DJ Moore, is making – all these guys are making plays. As much as we'd like to have Rome out there, I feel good about our receiving core. I feel good about our backs. I feel good about our offense. I mean, Caleb's not going to throw it up for grabs. The offensive line is staying healthy. And, God, we're was there any surprises on that injury report, guys?
No, not really. Just the disappointment of Rome not being there. Hey, you're right about Caleb not throwing it up for grabs. He is right now. Only Jalen Hurts has more games the last 2 years without throwing an interception among all quarterbacks in the NFL. Caleb just doesn't throw picks, and I was worried that part of that was going to be also him not being accurate down the field, but he's gotten more accurate down the field. He's like he's now somebody you can trust to complete big plays down the field. That was missing, Coach. He can do everything right now, just about. Yeah,
no, exactly. No, I agree. I agree. And the minute that he misses a pass, oh God, everybody's like, oh my God. The guy's doing fabulous. He really is. He's so far ahead of where any Bears fan honestly thought he would be. And like you say, just compare him around the league to some of the greatest quarterbacks that have played the game with the number of games he has under his belt and a new offensive system. And we should here as Chicago fans, we should feel very, very, very excited about Caleb in the future, really.
Coach, I want to go back to Luther Burden for a second because in watching his development, I'm a little surprised that he's gotten this good this quickly. And I was a big fan of the drafting of him because he's a first-round guy that got drafted in the second round. How do you think they got him to this point?
I think injuries. I mean, he's gotten the more. If the coaches know that you're going to play, you're going to get more practice reps, and the more practice reps you get, the more confidence you get. And then you get more opportunities. I mean, he's always had the ability. And I think they did, the thing that Ben does, Ben figures out real quick what guys do best. And, Burden's got that big speed, so he'll throw him a couple deep balls, but then he's going to get him on some high percentage throws where this guy is a tough guy. That's why I love him. I mean, this guy blocks. You better get him on the ground or he's going to score. I mean, he'll break tackles, yards after the catch. I don't know what, he's about. If we'd have taken him number 10, we'd be happy right now.
No doubt about it. I mean, the way that he's played has been incredibly impressive. So this Lions game, I'm expecting the Lions to play hard. What are you expecting?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to be biting kneecaps. Absolutely. I don't know what. I mean, I heard Dan Campbell. The only quote that I heard that made a lot of sense. Now, someone told me that if Green Bay would lose again this week and the Lions beat us, that they can't get in the playoffs, right?
No,
no,
they're done. They're done. It's over for them.
Yeah, they're done. So no, this will be interesting because the thing Dan Campbell, he said he doesn't want to go from first place to last place. And that was his big win one for the Gipper talk. For the way I read between the lines early in the week, guys, we were the best last year. Do you want to be the worst? On and on. Well, I don't know how long that lasts. I do know that if you get Jared Goff, or all of a sudden Jahmyr Gibbs, God forbid something serious happens in the game. I don't know if I'm how good I'm feeling about that. If I'm the owner of the Lions right now, or the general manager, I think I would have to sit down and have a serious conversation with my coach and say, listen, what are we doing here? What are we trying to gain here? I think Jared Goff needs more practice reps or game reps. No, he doesn't. So I'll be curious to see how long the starters play. I really will. And I'm not one for shutting it down and getting ready for next year, but you are to that point. And next year, you get healthy. I mean, they got beat up this year really bad. I was looking over their roster and who's hurt and who's out on that defense. Their defense got slaughtered. And, they get everybody back healthy next year. I mean, they're going to be knocking on the door again. So I would be kind of focused on that, to be honest with you guys. I hate saying that, but it's kind of the reality,
Yeah, I mean, it sounds. Did GMs or team presidents or owners ever come to you and say, "Hey, why don't you shut some of these guys down, Coach?" You ever have those conversations?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think it's good that they've never told me to shut them down, but with all of them, I remember conversations at the Dolphins most recently with Rick Spielman and George Payton. Coach, how much are we going to – now, we were winning, but it can go on both sides, too. When you're winning, Coach, how much you want to get – we should win pretty good today. How much do you want to get Ricky Williams?
Hey, Coach, we were thinking about you, Coach.
I'm serious.
I believe it.
It was against the Bears, and we were winning the game when we played the Bears, and I said, that's it. Get Ricky out. And I got in an argument with Ricky Williams on the sideline. Give me one more series. Give me one more series, So, anyway, and you get into a lot of things. I don't even want to mention incentives and stuff like that, but a lot of these players, they might need another 50 yards rushing or catching or a sack for large amount of money. And that's when it gets a little bit, that's another conversation. You hate to admit that, but that's all part of it, guys.
The most explosive passing offense in the history of the Chicago Bears franchise was under Dave Wannstedt and Ron Turner, 1995. Eric Kramer, his passing yard record is 108 yards from being broken by Caleb Williams. You're not behind a lot of offensive records, Coach. I'm going to be honest. This is one. I mean, how will you feel if Caleb breaks Eric Kramer's record, which happened on your watch in 95?
Oh, no, I hope he gets it. I'm all in on Caleb. I mean, absolutely. No, and he should. I can't believe it still stands. I mean, the road playoff victory thing. I can't believe that's still standing,
Last Bears road playoff win was you guys against the Vikings, right?
Yeah, that's unbelievable. It really is when you think about it, But anyway, so I hope Caleb gets it this week. I truly do. And he might. I mean, who knows what the Lions are going to do? They may just come in here and shut this thing down, and their secondary is crippled anyway. If you said what is the weakness of Detroit, it would be their secondary. I think they've got 3 starters that are out, and I know one of the defensive linemen's out for sure. And then, so if I'm Dan Campbell, I want to shorten this game and take the air out of the football as much as I possibly can and get out of here. That's really, I think I would expect a ton of runs versus the Bears and see where it ends up.